Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno, coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be Chosen Ones. You've graduated. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, chosen ones, you have graduated. Now, what does this mean, Reno? Okay, this simply means that you have passed the test. Okay, and so I don't know if y'all came up in the era when you had to take the graduation test, right, in order to graduate. That's the same thing of what I'm saying right now, y'all. Okay, in order to get to the next level, okay, you have to first pass the test to graduate, right? And right now, y'all, this is graduation day. Somebody drop in the comments and say graduation day. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say graduation day, okay? Need I add this to this video as well, y'all? This right here is one of my most, favorite videos by myself. Like, I actually like making these type of videos because it's just more positive, right? You know, I get tired of making what they doing videos, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna stop it because these things are actually, happening. It's going down, right? Humiliation rituals are real. Witchcraft is real, okay? People hating on you, jealous people, is real, y'all, and we do experience it, right? So I'll never stop covering these things. However, I want y'all to look at the more sunnier side of things, okay? The brighter things in life, all right? Like you graduating, okay? You just passed the test. And so I want to talk about what you just did, okay? Let's get off of them for a second, all right? Now, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this video, y'all. But before we do so, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. And not only that, y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post, all right? So let's go ahead and get into this masterpiece, y'all. Number one is going to be this, family. You have control over your emotions, all right? That's the first sign to you've graduating, okay? Understand something, y'all. You have control over your emotions, okay? We know what this means. This simply means that you have emotional intelligence now. Yeah. You got you some emotional intelligence, okay? And so what that simply means is you don't just get moved off a center anymore, right? You think before you do. Okay, you act before. Well, let me reverse that, y'all. You think before you act. All right. Understand what I'm saying, y'all. When it comes to you, being at work, the old you probably would have went off and snapped on somebody. The old you probably would have got them told real quick. I know you, right? But the new you says, let me think about this situation before I cause this to be a permanent decision off of this. What, y'all? Temporary emotion, right? Chosen ones, you have graduated, okay? Do you know how far you have come? You have come far, all right? And God has not brought you this far just to leave you, okay? I'm just being honest, family. God has not brought you this far just to leave you. Reno, what are you saying right now? The fact that you have some emotional intelligence, this means that God has been working on you, right? And of course, you had to put in some work, physically, right? Like maybe you took some classes. Maybe you just start practicing having more control over your mind. Maybe you've been practicing not lending out your heart so much, right? Because you wear your heart in your sleeve. See, love is not for everybody. Friendships are not for everybody, right? Being conjoined with certain people is not for everybody. Some people need to be alone. Some people need to be isolated, right? And so what I'm saying, y'all, is this right here. You have control over your emotions. Somebody tried to throw you off center. The job came at you wrong. Okay, a family member came at you wrong. And you guess what, y'all? You held your composure. I want to speak on this situation right here, y'all. I'm sure y'all seen it. This right here was DaBaby and the young man. I think his name was Lil Mike Jr. or something like that. Either way it go, I think that DaBaby actually handled himself pretty well, if I'm being honest. The guy paid the little young guy. He was 19, right? Which means he got some more maturing to do. His mindset is not even fully developed, right? We're just gonna call it how it is, okay? So he got the baby to do the 50 versus 1. Okay, this is when you bring 50 women in and one guy, which was the baby, right? And so it was some disrespect things going on, some side conversations going on. Okay, y'all would have to look up the content itself for me to speak specifically about what happened and what was said. It's just embarrassing to say, but I will say it was some disrespectful lines being thrown at the baby. I'm just being honest, right? And he said, you know what? I'm finna walk off, right? Despite the fact that you paid me $20,000, okay, I'm about to walk off. Now, you know, you seen him in the press fighting. You seen him in the press, you know, going to jail and doing all these different things. Well, what just happened, Reno? Well, the facts is he just walked away, right? He walked away. Now, let's just reverse that, y'all. Let's just say that, you know, he didn't walk away and he retaliated, right? We'll be having a whole nother conversation, okay? Forget about the 20,000. Why he put his hands on that young boy? Why he did this? Why he did that, right? Okay? And so understand something, y'all. You know, this man has clearly, you know, learn emotional intelligence. You know what, bro? Let me not react, okay? And I don't agree with everything that he's done in the past. Let me make that clear as well. But what I am saying, y'all, is this right here. That is a clear indication of emotional intelligence and having control over your emotions, all right? Despite of the disrespect, despite of, you know, him feeling as if they was playing with him as well as his time, okay? He walked away. Reno, what does this have to do with me? Well, the same thing with yourself goes, okay? Listen, you are not walking away from situations. You are not retaliating anymore. You are not worried about other people's reactions. You're not worried about what they have going on, okay? This is a clear indication that you have graduated, all right? Moving on to the next one, family, is going to be number 2. And that's simply going to be this, y'all. You rejected the opportunity to go back. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you rejected an opportunity to go back. Reno, go back to what? To go back to that job, right? To go back to that relationship, even though you know it's abusive. To go back to that marriage, right? Although you know that person is narcissistic. To go back to that friendship because you felt alone. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about all 4, y'all. Okay, and go back to anything else that's toxic too. Okay, because I'm not just singling, you know, those 4 things out. No, anything that is toxic. All right. Now let's start with the job, y'all. With me, I used to feel comfortable with going back to a warehouse, okay? Yep, I did. Because I knew that a warehouse would get me paid quicker and they would accept me quicker. But Reno, you had a bachelor's degree in audio production. Well, welcome to the real world, y'all, okay? The real world, they don't care about your qualifications. In fact, sometimes you can be overly qualified. All right. And matter of fact, if I'm speaking to the overly qualified, somebody drop in the comments and say I'm overly qualified, right? It is what it is. So oftentimes I would try to utilize my degree and it would be so hard for me to even, you know, talk about the degree because they don't really care about it. All they want is experience, right? Yeah, Mr. Richard, we know that you have the degree, but do you have any experience? Well, I did schoolwork. Yeah, outside of school. Well, I did. You know, we're going to move on to the next candidate, right? And then when you try to take that bachelor's degree to be a manager at a retail store, they don't even want to take you, right? Number 1, because you got the degree, so you come off as overly qualified. And then 2, it's like, I get you got a bachelor's degree and it show that you can, you know, be possibly smart, but this is retail. And guess what? The key word, you don't have experience. All right, Reno, what are you saying right now? What I'm simply saying, y'all, is that that's something that I had to work on, y'all. I would go back to a warehouse job because I know it was quick. I knew it was easy, right? You got to get outside that mindset. And so with that being said, you passed that test. Secondly, the relationship, right? Yeah, y'all, I know I'm hitting on it. You got that person that you love oh so much. You got that person who you so comfortable with. I know I'm talking heavy, y'all. You got that person who you'll break your back for, but they won't even push the wheelchair for you. I know. They won't even push the wheelchair. Reno, what are you saying right now? See, you just passed the test because they hit you up with a text. Yep. They hit you up in an email. They hit you up on Facebook, Instagram, or they tried to get in contact with someone who was mutual, okay? And they tried to get you back. Well, what did I do, Reno? What did I do? Well, what you did was you said no, you didn't respond back, and you didn't go back to him. Simple as that, y'all. Right? That marriage. Come on, y'all. I understand marriage is a beautiful thing. God honors marriage. Okay? He honors marriage, but he does not honor abuse. He does not honor toxicity. He does not honor, hurt, pain. Now you got to go through some things to get to a place. I understand that, and everything is not going to always be peaches and cream. I understand that as well, right? But he does not want you in a marriage with a narcissistic person. He does not want you being mentally and verbally and emotionally abused. He does not. Okay. Well, that person tried to reach back out to you, and guess what you did? Guess what you did? You said no. I can't do it. You didn't respond back, etc., etc. Okay, that friendship, right? We get so, comfortable with having somebody as our sidekick, or being somebody else's sidekick, or just being in the company of other individuals. Why? Because it makes us what? Comfortable. We're going to talk heavy on this one, y'all. It makes us comfortable. But see, the thing is with you is you say, you know what? I'm not going back to that friendship. I'm not going back. Y'all, it was a buddy of mine, y'all, who I legit looked at this man as a brother. I looked at him as a brother, right? But once I seen his envious and jealous ways, once I seen that he really didn't have my best interests at heart, and I truly believe that at heart. I told y'all the story before, right? But what I'm saying is, y'all, I would not dare go back to him. I don't care if he helped me out in the past. I don't care if he did something good for me. I don't care, y'all. Why? Because everybody who do something good for you is not actually for you. Y'all better understand this. Everybody who does something good for you is not always for you. I told y'all this before. Bad people do good things to keep a good image. Y'all better understand this. All right? But understand this right here, y'all. You rejected the opportunity to go back. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I won't go back. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I won't go back. All right? Now, I had to go in on that one, y'all, because that's a real important one, okay? Moving on to the next one, y'all. Number 3 is going to be this, y'all. You remain patient, okay? Let me say it again, y'all. Louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. You remain patient, okay? So patience go a long way with God, y'all, okay? Patience go a long way with the Most High, because he has to know and see that you are obedient with the small things. He has to know and see that you are obedient, to the not so sexy things, right? If he told you, I'm gonna have you a mansion, a car, and not just a car, but your favorite car, okay? I'm gonna have your dream husband or your dream wife, all and kids, everything that you desire. I'm gonna have it right here waiting on you in 2027. Well, guess what, y'all? You wouldn't have to be patient no more. You wouldn't have to be obedient no more. You wouldn't have to do anything. You would just wait. We're in 2024, y'all. You would just wait 3 years to get what God promised you, right? Well, here's the problem with that, y'all. The problem is you missed the whole operation. You missed one of the most important ingredients, which is patience, okay? And the first most important is going to be faith. If I'm being honest, y'all, you got to have faith. Y'all drop that in the comments as well. You must have faith, okay? But understand something. You remain patient. All right. And so therefore, God has blessed you abundantly, or he's about to bless you abundantly. You graduated. And this is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. You passed the test in order to graduate. All right. Moving on to the next one, family, is going to be number 4. You were committed. OK. You were committed. Reno, what do you mean by that? You were committed to the job. You were committed to the relationship. You were committed to the marriage. You were committed to your life purpose. You were committed to the mission. You were committed. All right. And so a lot of people want to live this big, immaculate life, but they wasn't committed to the small life they had. Right. Again, y'all, if you can't manage little, then who will give you much? OK. And so with that being said, y'all, you have to be committed to the small assignment. You have to be committed to the tiny assignment. You have to, right? You have to be committed what you have started. A lot of people are not committed. Therefore, they will not be able to, prosper and move forward in life. The only way God is going to deal with you is if you are committed. committed to his word, committed to his commandments, committed to his mindset, committed to his divine ways, committed to him, period. Okay? This is why you got to keep God first. All right? Somebody drop in the comments and say God first. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say God first. This is why you got to keep the Most High first, y'all. Okay? And a part of doing that is being committed to whatever stage you are in life, all right? A wise man told me, listen, man, if you're going to work at McDonald's, I don't care if you are the janitor, the manager, or the person who flip burgers. Be the best person who is in the manager role, the janitor, sweeping the floors, mopping the floors, cleaning the toilets, right? And the one who is flipping them patties. You better be the best, okay? Somebody drop in the comments and say I'm committed. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm committed. All right? You must, and you have to be committed, y'all, in order to graduate. But luckily for you, that's what you just did, y'all. You just graduated. You've been committed, and you passed the test. Hey, y'all, we're about to go ahead and get to the next one, y'all, which is the last one, and that's going to be number 5, okay? You rose above temptation. This right here is a huge one. You rose above temptation, okay? Reno, talk to me for a second. So, you know that woman that you love oh so much, or that woman that you lust. Let me remove the love word and say lust, right? Because lust is what we desire sexually, right? So, you lusted after that woman, right? But you passed the test when you say, you know what, I'm not even going to put myself in that situation. I'm not even going to put myself in position to cheat on my wife. I'm not going to put myself in that position to cheat on my husband. Yup, that man that you were lusting after, okay? And let's just say you wasn't even lusting. You can fall for temptation in any other ways, right? Spending too much money, gambling, okay? Just doing anything that you know you're not supposed to be doing, right? You can fall for it. But here's the thing. You have risen, okay? Y'all correct me on my English, okay? For some reason, I can't get this word right. Rose, risen, or rise. But we're just gonna say it like this, y'all. You have rose above temptation, okay? Understand that, y'all. You rose above temptation. And so, I have to give you your props, your kudos, just to let you know. Listen, y'all, beating and battling temptation is not an easy task, okay? Because anybody can say, oh, I won't do anything until you happen to be inside of the desert, okay, and you're dying of thirst. And now you got to trust on God that he going to send somebody with a lovely cup of ice water or an ice cold bottle of water. Okay, so understand something, y'all. I understand what you've been going through. I understand what you've been battling, all right? And it's not an easy task, okay? But lucky for you, you've passed the test and you've graduated. So understand something, y'all. A clear indication of that is the fact that you have rose above temptation, okay? It wasn't easy in the past. And listen, y'all, you probably didn't pass some tests in the past. But now we're talking about the present and your future. And it's looking very, very bright, y'all, okay? You graduated. Somebody drop in the comments once again, y'all, and say graduation season, okay? Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say graduation season, all right? Listen, y'all, we'll go ahead and do a small recap, and then we'll conclude this video. So, chosen ones, you've graduated. First sign is you have control over your emotions. Number 2, second sign, you rejected the opportunity to go back. Number 3, third sign, you remain patient. Number 4, you were committed. And number 5, you rose above temptation, all right? And so with that being said, y'all, if you would like to purchase any one of my books, enroll into my social influence course, or book a one-on-one session with me, you can do so by clicking the link inside my description. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments social influence if you want to build up your social influence. Click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. keep a rich mentality.